Hello, I'm Douglas Maddy and welcome to Altered Perceptions. In these videos we're going to be looking at the performances from the TV show Penn and Teller's Fool Us. I'm a magician with over 25 years of experience and I'm going to be watching these episodes alongside various guests so that we can get the perspective from an audience member's point of view as well. Can you pronounce that name?
I knew you were going to ask that as soon as
I've got a point. Like, they all got weird names.
He was a kind of wizard, what American would call a shaman. He told me all his secrets. That seduction is part of the magician's art. A good magician is always in control.
Is he trying to be like a vampire, I think?
I build all my own devices and design all my own tricks.
They're all a little bit eccentric and weird.
When the audience laughs or gasps, it's because I caused it. Magic works because the people.
Do you believe that real magic exists?
They think they have freedom to react as they wish.
So obviously it's all fake. But like, do you think you believe in supernatural magic?
Come, let me show you.
What? When people like bend spoons and stuff with their
Bend
mind.
spoons, UFOs, telekinesis, or anything that's sort of like Loch Ness monster, anything that's kind of supernatural, kind of like suspect. The Earth's flat, anything kind of.
I mean, I imagine we're probably not the only thing in the universe, so that opens a lot of doors. I think there's probably lots of stuff we don't understand.
Ghosts.
Yeah, maybe. It's a nice thought to know that it's not all over.
To know that you don't know everything. Yeah.
Okay, can you stay here, please? Okay.
Have some boots.
Forgive me if I don't speak English very well.
Getting a bit of extra height in there.
Have we ever met before? No. Do you know what
He's
is
got
going to
eyeliner on
happen?
as well.
No. I'm going to touch you. But it's very easy, okay. Stay here, relax your hand, and when I will touch you on your right side, you just raise your right hand. When I will touch you on your left side, you raise your left hand. Okay. Very easy. Okay. To isolate better your sense of touch, I give you this, the air plugs. Plugs inside your ear, please. Very deeper. You know? Perfect, okay. And put inside. Perfect. Okay. Okay, this is better. And hide your eyes with this beautiful mask. Do you like it? Okay. I help you? Okay. Okay, are you comfortable? Yeah. Yeah? Perfect, okay. Don't move now. Relax. Okay. If you felt the real touches, nod your head. remove your mask. Thank you, thank you. I have just shown you how it is possible to touch people's soul. But this is another story.
With a delay. Oh.
Oh, I thought he was going to jump then.
It's levitate. Stop playing with his dick. Stop knocking one out on stage.
RAFFAELE SCIRCOLI!
Oh, let's keep the mask. That's nice.
Yeah. Can be laying in bed at night.
Thank you, thank you.
Did we examine the mask?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And
Alright, before we look at that person there. Like...
Yes. Fantastic eyebrows.
Yeah. Yeah, so your thoughts, Chris? Did you like... Well, we'll start off with him. Did you like him? I mean, you wouldn't go out for a drink with him, would you? Like, what was his name? Like, whatever his bloody name was. You wouldn't... Oh, let's invite him round. It'd be a right laugh.
Yeah, so... I didn't actually like him, but I did like his act.
Okay, go on then.
But you said it. There seemed like a bit of a delay when obviously he was doing that. But I thought the same when he was walking around the guy doing it.
And doing that, and he was raising his arm. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was quite slow. The reaction was quite slow. So whatever he was doing to get the person to react. So yeah, there seemed to be like a time delay. But I mean, the trick itself was quite interesting. The trick was exactly the same when he had the puppet thing, and when he was there, it was the same trick.
Yeah, I felt like it was going over the same ground a lot. I think it would have been a lot shorter and snappier.
Yeah, and it was really weird.
In what sense?
The whole puppet thing. That I don't think he needed the puppet there. He could have done the same thing. Like he could have put the mask on. He could have done the whole arms up, and then he could have stepped to one side after getting the guy to sit down, sat down, and then got the guy to copy him.
That's a good idea.
Instead of having this whole weird puppet thing that he was putting his hands into his gloves and stuff, which is I thought just seemed strange.
So what you're saying is, just so I understand you, he could sort of like put him down, like, instead of going like that around him, he could have just literally put the mask on and just
sat where the puppet was,
and just sort of like his mind, like literally following everything that he does.
Yeah.
And even put the white gloves on to show that when he's got the glove on, he follows that command or something like that.
Yeah, so it was him instead of a puppet, because I think that would have come across better personally. Like there's more. It showed that like more like mind control. Like he's more in control of this person rather than.
I think the idea of the puppet is the idea of voodoo, because when you used to stab the little voodoo dolls and someone feels it, it's the same kind of thing, but he was doing it with like a large puppet. That's the kind of vibe that I got from it. So like, when I do this to the voodoo, but the idea is that you take something from the person and put it in the puppet so that
because if I didn't get.
So if it was as a voodoo doll, it might make more sense, but it wouldn't be that big either.
And then why would he have done it himself beforehand?
Yes, exactly. They're two different tricks.
Yeah.
Even though they're the same
It's
effect.
the same. Yeah.
So you're saying, I could just do it this way, or I could just do it this way. It's like, it's just a variation.
Yeah.
It's not.
It wasn't a different trick. It just did the same thing twice.
Yeah. Although when he stood up, because he only took, the thing that was impressive was he only ever told him to raise his arms up and down, but then he was doing like numbers to 3, stepping forward, sitting up, standing up.
Yeah,
so he was doing a variety of other things that he never told him to do. Whereas if he just said raise your hand when you feel something, he could just find a way of getting him to feel something, like have a little trigger or something, and he could do it. Whereas with this, he was doing other stuff that he didn't tell him to do. So did it fool you as a trick, or do you know?
Yeah, no, it did fool me. It definitely fooled me. I just
Any guesses? Any clues?
Well, I don't. I mean, it's got put the earbuds in, so he couldn't hear. But then obviously we're still talking to him, so they didn't really do their job. So did they have a different job? Would be my only thought process. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And no, that's so good. And what would you give out of 10?
Do you know, I feel like I rated the last one more harshly now, because I gave the last one 7, but this one probably a 5.
If the other one was a 7.
Because the other one was really good, and the only thing I wasn't that keen on was the humour. Whereas this one, the trick itself was good, but I could just see it being more effective a different way, quicker, snappier, getting the audience more engaged, and it was very slow, and creepy.
It was creepy, but I think, like you said, the creepiness went on a bit. Whereas if it was short and creepy, it'd be like, oh, did I just witness what I just witnessed? It's kind of like over before it began.
It was it gave you too much time to get used to the trick.
Instead of getting into a thriller dance routine.
But you know, I feel like the shock factor loses its
yes
after a while. So
right.
once he got some of the stuff done, so he could have done a couple of that, and then he could have moved into getting him to do things where he stood up and then kind of end it, rather than kind of drawing it out so that it lost its shock factor. What I feel, it lost some of its shock factor towards the end. But it was a good trick.
There was another one we watched with Anastasia, and the guy did it pretty much exactly the same thing, except it was just he did it once and it wasn't enough. This was too much. Whereas the other guy said, "Do you feel that? Raise your hand," and he raised his hand or whatever it was, and that was it. And he had all stage and smoking. I was like, well, that was the only thing that you did.
So he didn't do enough of it.
It was very sort of like, oh, that is it. Whereas this was too much. It was like a dance routine. Whereas, like you're saying, I think that bit in between would have just been nice to see. Like, oh my god, did that just happen? Kind of a thing, and keep the creepiness high.
Yeah, because I mean that's definitely what he's going for, is trying to be creepy. The boots, the gothic boots.
Touch you?
Yeah.
If you feel something, stick up your hand.
But he fooled me. I mean, I have opinions on how I think it's done, but I don't know.
Do you think Penn and Teller know?
100%.
100%.
Yeah, they definitely know.
So then.
And the earplugs too.
Okay. Teach me in Italian how to say Penn and Teller, did he fool you?
Penn and Teller
Did he fool you?
Penn and Teller mi hanno fregato.
Penn and Teller, got that.
Penn and Teller.
You say Miano Fagato? Miano Fagato back to you too.
Mi hanno fregato.
Miano Fagato. No, I'll tell you, this is beautiful. That prop. The prop is just the creepiest thing we've ever seen. We were living in the room with it. As people may know, there's a while it's set up. Before you came out, they had that thing sitting there. It was just giving us the creeps, which is a big part of your job as a magician, to give us the creeps. We're completely successful in giving us the creeps. It's a really nice routine. It's what's called
PK
in magic speak a PK touch routine. But you weren't doing it the way it's normally done. You had this wonderfully creepy prop, this wonderful music, the whole thing with the audience member was all really good. And I'm going to speak to you a little bit in code. But say you had an orchestra made up entirely of skeletons, all dead people in an orchestra. And in front of this orchestra was someone leading it. It would be the conductor of bones. Is this whole thing summed up by that? Is it all done with bone conduction?
No, it's one of 3 ingredients.
One of 3?
Yeah.
That's only one of 3.
What is?
So there's 2 more?
Yeah.
Okay, well, then we.
Wait. This looks good.
In that case, we have this. Nothing. You fooled us.
I don't get that. That's all.
Wow. Oh, I'm really shocked at that.
Are you going to take back your 100%, or do you think they made a mistake?
I think they just wanted to use him on their show. But, I mean, did they fool you? Did he fool you?
Well, how he just said it through bone conduction, that's how it's done. So I don't know what the other 2 things were. You wouldn't need the other 2 things.
Yeah, like, right, so has he just gone, yeah, so it's an apple martini, and they're like, oh, did you use apples? Yeah, but that's not everything else. But it's like,
Yeah, that kind of thing. It's
yeah,
sort of
like, that's the main ingredient, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why I had an apple martini, but never had an apple martini in my life.
Yeah.
They seem a lot more impressive than I was, and they're professionals, and I don't understand why that was so impressive.
I don't know what the other 2 things were. I mean, unless they were trivial things, they got the main ingredient. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of like you say, we'll go with apple crumble. It's the apple in it. Yeah, that's the kind of crumble. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you'll be notified of our latest videos.